Is the first game 3 of any of our best of 3s. The rest of them have been 1-2-0. Maybe the team's demoralized. Maybe, you know, just the higher seed teams proving themselves out. But this has so far been the most even match that we have seen. First game, really, really tight game. But, you know, with those clutch Malphite ults, we found that the the fruit sellers actually were fruit slushies actually were able to actually win their game and pull it out against F5. And F5 came back, you know, as the red team, and like we were talking about earlier, they're like a completely different team. And they come in and they take all the objectives and they completely dominate the game and they close it out. But now we have F5 back on the blue side with some pretty good picks. You know, some notable bans actually slipped through. Nautilus was not a ban. Alistar was not a ban. We actually see Alistar in this game, but Nautilus was actually joked around with for a little bit, but they actually did not take Nautilus so far in this game, and so we will not see him. It looks like Rokun's the AP that they were running before is still going to be here. Rokun's still going to be on Rumble, and then we will have Gotrope 5 million rocking again with the Galio in the mid lane. Unfortunately for everybody in this game, I think everybody so far this tournament, we've seen so much Pulsefire Ezreal that a cross came finally out of all the games that Ezreal banned.
This is the first game we've not seen Ezreal.
Yeah, I think there's maybe one game at some point last night, but pretty much every game has been like, you know, I don't know. He at this point, I'm almost feeling like he belongs in the museum, and that's a terrible joke, but it's true. Like, just put him away. Like, he's come, he's gone.
I'm a little bummed. I haven't even played Pulsefire Ezreal yet. I own it, and I'm gonna be burned out on it. And I'm just like, nope, sorry.
Right? Just hot fix it tomorrow. Just give us back our RP, make it the standard skin, and we can all just walk away happy. Like, oh man.
So, you know, game 3, no crazy invades, no crazy, you know, strategies that I am aware of. I like this early ward here by the blue team, just kind of saying, you know, preventing Lee Sin from possibly doing, you know, some aggression here on mid lane. If we'll take a look at Lee Sin, he is rocking the exhaust, which means his, you know, his level 2 gank could be really strong, but I want to say he'll probably be rotating top. He did start race and then red, so they have knowledge that he is in this top half of the jungle. That means Rumble just wants to be a little more passive, doesn't want to really kind of commit to any sort of engagement. And we do have Lee Sin moving towards top.
And one thing that's kind of tipping off me right now is actually, there it is, the Electro Harpoon. Because he actually switched over, you know, he put a second point into Electro Harpoon, and then he was just using that to last hit, because he actually didn't want to push this wave at all, because he actually expected that Lee Sin would probably do something like an early game like that, and obviously clairvoyantly just throws in the Electro Harpoon. He goes, hey, you know what, I know you're probably here, and the Sonic Wave misses, and they both, you know, nod to each other, tip their caps, and then back off. And Lee Sin actually running across the mid lane, and Gally, I guess maybe this is why he face checks side brush, just because he's so used to running away laterally from ganks that, you know, just run across him. And we're gonna hop in the back here. I'm interested to see Rise actually did run over there, possibly just for like a little bit of a slight pull or something like that. I was wondering if maybe they were actually gonna try to feed him, but Lee Sin really should get that, and, you know, just zoom his jungle path along.
Yeah, he wants to, I mean, I think it could go either way, especially if that gank was successful top, maybe, or definitely for sure, maybe donate that blue buff to mid lane. In this situation, because he has spent time going through top, going to mid, he's going to want to be able to catch up, and he can that, and so by not giving up that blue buff, he should be able to maintain the same level and experience as the enemy jungler.
Yeah. Nocturne right now, it looks like he's just slightly ahead of Lee Sin, but of course he hasn't attempted any ganks yet. He's going to have double buff, be able to clear out these golems. We might see him maybe show his face, but I'm not quite sure yet. Lee Sin with his double buff as well. I don't know if he really is going to fully go in on this. Galio's pretty safe on the other side of those minions, and we might actually see a blue pill maybe from Lee Sin, but Lee Sin is really determined here. He's looking for a shot. Possibly could be waiting for Raise to come back or to make a move there. Looks like he actually might be coming down behind bottom lane. I like this. Blue actually does not have a ward in their tri-brush, so he will come from behind here, and we are going to see some action. It just is a matter of, does this team know this? Howling Gale is going to come on to Alistar. Alistar's going to headbutt to get some distance. Quick Valkyrie, pulverize, great stacking of Alistar's abilities and Corky's, and they're able to easily back out of that and be safe.
Yeah, right now Lee Sin should be a level ahead of the bot lane, and right now he's just even. Ooh, does not want to die here. great headbutt pulverize. Will get stunned by Vayne. The exhaust going to go down. I don't think they're going to commit to this.
You know, Vayne low on mana, but she does have those silver bolts. More considered might be the Jan is a little bit low on mana, but it's really great breathing for the bottom lane. Just going to go back, buy up really quickly, and then come back to this lane because they do have an advantage so far.
Just like your theory earlier.
Ooh, and they're feeding the Rumble, which seems to be a good move for them. It seems to be very successful for this team. Nocturne coming up, helping get Renekton low, and then Rumble just knowing that Rokun just knowing that he can go in, make the kill, and making it happen. And really, that just tells me that he has a very good gauge. What he can do, what he can get away with, and he's a very aggressive player that probably plays a lot of top lane.
So first blood going to Rumble. I don't know if that's going to be quite enough, but he's going to go with that standard back double amp tune ward and 2-pot build that he's been so successful with on the last match. That's right, it's its own build now.
It's the Rokun build.
Yeah. Just like Froggen has his build. Rokun now creating his own build here.
Has his really quick almost revolver build.
Exactly. But doesn't sound nearly as cool as Rokun.
Yeah.
So.
Yeah, 6 minute almost revolver build, not as sexy as the Rokun build. Nocturne off the side, maybe thinking about going in here. Nocturne really should just probably get up some XP, just beginning to head towards 6. I'll just come through with his level 6 Kings. I don't know if he's going to have a really good time actually onto this ride. And Aldran's completely whiffed.
Was there, let me just check Rise. Rise still has flash.
It wasn't a sweet dig, and Rumble actually in a little bit of trouble now. Maybe a little overconfident after his kills, but he will be able to pick off Lee Sin. The craziness ensues. Overheating and surprise. Look, he does a ton of damage. So he should be able to go back. And yeah, he should be able to finish his revolver if he really wants to at this point. It's really up to Renekton now if he's going to be savvy enough to deal with this pressure. He's already at half health though, so when Rumble gets back to lane, he's not going to be able to sit here. So he should blue pill probably and get out of lane. Looks like he's going to actually pot up here and try to sustain. Actually, oh wow, he actually has 4 pots. So yeah, he is committed to stay in lane here with his null magic mantle, which didn't work out last time these two met in the top lane. But we'll see what happens here.
I would almost consider giving red buff to Renekton. Renekton's W does 2 auto attacks when you activate it, but if he has his Fury over 50, it's actually going to be 3. And let me double check just to see if that's what he's maxing. He's most likely maxing his Call the Meek, which is kind of as I lied. He is maxing his W, so Ruthless Predator, because no one really remembers the names, with 50 Fury does 318 damage with 3 attacks. You apply a red buff with true damage on that, and it looks really dicey for your Elena mate.
Yeah, I completely agree. I think that would be a good move, and not just the ganks. It looks like they're actually focusing a lot of pressure up on Rumble. They want to be able to deal with them and keep Rokun's advantage. They don't want him to snowball like he has in the past games. So definitely giving him a lot of attention here. And there's the engagement they want. There's the stun. Comes back in. Lee Sin safeguarding to him to start engagement. Equalizer does fall down, doing a ton of damage, and they're able to pick him up before anyone dies. And that's exactly what, that's a great adjustment that we're seeing right here from Fruit Slushies. I actually really like that they are doing this.
Yeah, they realized what did or didn't work for them in the last match, and they're making adjustments. And this is kind of what we want to be seeing. Nocturne is 6, and I think he wants to set up a gank here on Vayne. The problem is I don't know if they can quite get the engage they want because the lane is pushing. Possibly, I think what I'll do is he's going to grab red first, and then he'll probably swoop back around and possibly go for a lane gank.
I think Lee Sin's picked up another blue buff for himself. Rise running over, being like, "Oh, was that for me? Oh no, it wasn't. Okay, that's cool. I'll go back to lane, bro. It's cool. I was just protecting you. I'm just protecting you."
Lee Sin, what are you gonna use all that mana for, bro?
It's cooldowns, man. I got safeguard everywhere. Looking at the farm so far.
Vayne is gonna get caught out of position. The Ignite doing quite a bit of damage.
She should be able to escape. Lee Sin with the counter gank and save there. Jan doing work too.
Nocturne really wishing he was kind of in the area to finish that Vayne off.
Yes, at that point, that's the one that got away. Unfortunately, Nocturne's going to be seen by many awards as he rotates up through here. And Renekton knows that he is in the area, probably paying for his team. Nocturne just coming over here, checking red buff, rotating around. Looks like he is going to take the golems. Or not. So he's going for the dive, and there is the dive. Equalizer coming down, and the Fear Tether will actually last. Roku trying to chase down here, and should be able to finish off Renekton. Ganks just coming constantly to this top lane. Both teams recognizing how important it is to snowball that top lane in the early game. Gala going over, farming the Raise of Rise. I actually like that play a lot. In older Rise versions, when he got mana from his ult, it was a lot easier for Rise actually to go over and farm Raise. I mean, he can still do that once he gets a few mana items, but really he doesn't. You know, he can't do it quite as easy as Gala can go over and just do his double AoE damage combo and clear him really quickly.
So I like this. Nocturne with about 50 CS has finished his Wriggles, and instead of maybe moving towards an upgrade in boots, or maybe moving towards Wit's End or Phage or Heart of Gold, went for that early Oracle. I like it because he does have that kill and he does have that assist, so this could be early enough that they can really start to use that to take advantage of maybe top or mid. And I think what they might try to do is, with the next Nocturne ult, they might try to set up a gank in bot lane and then go for Dragon. So having that early Oracle could really change how Fruit Slushies is going to react, because they're going to be possibly without vision.
Yeah, I actually really like, if you can get away with the early Oracles, like Nocturne has been doing, because he has been doing really, really well in this game so far, then you gotta do it. Nocturne already hard to catch out, just even if you already have wards to look for him. In this case, Lee Sin actually has started Dragon. The question is he going to be able to ninja it again? We can see it this time. Nocturne might come around and catch this. It's going to be close. If Nocturne catches this, is actually be really bad for Lee Sin. He does know it's down. Pings are going down from both teams, except for he's actually not going in on the Dragon right now, and that Dragon will be picked up by Lee Sin. Lee Sin kind of getting away with one right there.
Yeah, he did. He snuck it. It was a little close. Oh, Rumble ult missing. Went into the wrong direction, but I don't think it's going to matter if he just gets one more harpoon.
Yeah, unfortunately, the downside to Rumble overheating, even though it does a lot of damage in melee, he is silenced for that entire duration. And unless he started his harpoon beforehand, he's not going to have another one to slow down. But he is going to push Renekton back and out of lane. So if he wants to sit up here and push this lane in, he definitely can do that freely.
So with that Dragon, we're really even in gold.
Yeah, and I'm kind of feeling a little bit of deja vu from game one here. I like the team comp a little bit better for blue. I think they don't have to worry about the Malphite factor or any other silly characters, and they're playing a lot of characters that play to their team's strengths. From the previous game, game 2, it's just I'm waiting for that confidence that we see from them when they play the red side, where they see some invasions, and they make the plays happen. And
the comp that they're running here with the Rumble and the Gala is a really hard double AP comp. We haven't seen one that much in this event.
Yeah.
We have seen a little bit of Rumble, but in this situation, I like it because they have the Nocturne to back it up for that gap closer, and it is more of a cleanup. They have Alistar, who can act as initiator from that support role, and unless Galio's around, so they have ways to initiate, and they have ways to really get that double AP situation going.
And there's the engage. Nocturne coming in to help out his teammate. A lot of damage going on to Lisa. Lisa trying to back out of this. Galio's walked in now. Idolder and Renekton just to hold him there long enough, and that's going to be really, really hard for him to escape. And Rebel with that overheat damage, followed up by Nocturne to finish off the kill. And yeah, if they really wanted to take this top tier, they could. It's almost 15 minutes. It could be warranted. Dragon is down. Red team can't even respond with that. Rise just pushed mid a little bit.
Yeah, so what they ended up doing was using that ward that they placed in this bush up here. Once they realized that they were overcommitted, they teleported. Galio teleported to it, came in with him with the Iron Rain and said, "Boom! What you know about double kills?"
Yeah, that's something that was really popular for quite a while, was the Galio mid with the teleport, and we're seeing it used pretty effectively here. Some good teleports from Galio throughout the previous games. So definitely like to see this champion in the rotation and, you know, doing some work here in the Vancouver 2012 tournament. It's like Nocturne just backed from the enemy red. And it looks like he's finished his Mercury treads, is heading back out into the fields.
And I like to see this from Best of 5. We went over there and we said, whoa, why is it that you guys play completely different when you're red side? And they said, Highwind, would you stop giving out our secret strategies? And I think maybe something, you know, ticked for them, because if we look at these ward placements here in that top jungle, those are aggressive ward placements, which means they're looking to invade.
Yeah.
They're looking to catch people out of position. They're looking to catch people in transition. And I think we could say, you know, maybe it was the key. Maybe this is what they needed to kind of, you know, as a wake-up call that says, hey, why don't you guys stop, you know, farting around and trying to worry about farm and get in there and be aggressive, because that is what's led to your success. And I'm making up a lot of that, but I don't care. I'm going to run with it. So keep it up, Fest 5. And meanwhile, you know, Fruit Slushies, you guys are doing good. I really like these counter ganks that you're setting up. I really want to see Rise, you know, to continue doing what he's doing. Instead of, you know, he knew he couldn't catch Galio, right? Because Galio was going to just teleport top and ult. So he continued to push up. He's trying to get his farm up. Rise scales the best in the late game of any mage.
Look at farm though. Galio's been kicking butt here. 163 CS. Because we even saw it, you know, when he was, you know, rolling against, you know, Anivia and other really good wave clears and farmers. He's really, really playing top tier right here and getting his farm up there compared to everybody else in the game. Corki 148 CS to Vayne's 119, so another advantage there in lane. So F5 definitely, you know, continuing their CS advantage. Now we have a trade going down here. Rectus ulted, Lee Sin coming in here, trying to put some damage. Ignite is down. Flash Equalizer just trying to slow them down and keep them off him.
But he was exhausted when the Equalizer went off doing so. It did really not that much damage.
Yeah, that was pretty clutch right there. The flash after, and they get the stun, and you know that's that. Taking him down. He's not able to just dominate this top lane like he has previously, and I like the adjustment. It's, you know, it's been obviously something that we've seen that's actually helping out Fruit Slushies stay in this game. Against honestly, you know, a really good showing right here by F5 in this, you know, switching to this blue side, you know, playing what should be a solid game, but really gold for team gold difference. That's all it is.
And one of the things we haven't actually talked about is Fruit Slushies is running a hyper carry comp.
Yeah.
They've got Vayne, which means the longer the game goes, at some point, if they can, you know, protect Vayne and peel for Vayne, she's going to do tremendous amounts of damage. And I'm looking at their composition. You got Janna, who is one of the best peelers in the game. Her entire kit devoted to keeping people off. Rise with his Shackle and AoE component. You've got Renekton, who's going to be somewhat of a gap closer. So if you can get Lee Sin to not be so much tunnel vision and all gung-ho and can actually be you know, can have that awareness to protect Vayne in team fights, I think we could see Vayne really being a huge asset.
Yeah, you know, when I look at the red team, I think, you know, late game, you know, Vayne, her late game really, really strong. Rise, late game, really, really strong. And I think they're definitely champions that, you know, could make a big splash here. I think Corki's no slouch himself. Let's just see, you know, the red buff actually started for Fruit Slushies. Just going to back off, pull this out. Looks like they're not going to commit to this. Blue actually pushing them out, even though they were split a little bit there. Actually favor engagements when the enemy team is split against us. However, they still have that great AoE potential, so you don't want to get caught at all in that. But if you just pick one side and you pick it quick enough, if you can get enough damage in, it could be a really big move for you. And it looks like there is going to be a stare down. Everybody, you know, just kind of intermingling each other like ants right here, fighting over this dragon. And great flash over. Idle Duran goes down, catches 3 people. Nocturne's going to jump in right away. Rise is going to be torn down, and it looks like the rest of red might follow. Nocturne has picked up a double kill in the process. Corki picking up a kill as well, and it looks like F5 is going to get their dragon.
Wow, 4 kills. They also picked up an Oracle, basically 5 kills, and they're getting a dragon, making it 7. Like, that is a huge swing.
Yeah, and really, you gotta tip your hat to Gotrope. 5 million right there. You know, that flank maneuver, the flash over, caught so many members, caught them totally off guard. Actually caught a lot of the peelers, like we were talking about later, that would peel, and the ADs got actually sucked up, and a lot of the other excess damage, Nocturne diving in there, and they were able to clean up.
Yeah, it gave them plenty of time for Alistair to get in there, hit him with the pulverize. Vayne was more or less collateral damage. She was exhausted and then tried to tumble north towards the blue buff, and there's just so much damage going on.
So turrets being self-destructed. It looks like Fruit Slushies lost all their outer turrets at this point in the game. Looks like Blue has already set up wards around Baron, so they're sitting pretty good here. They're planning ahead. Although if I look at Dragon, I think I see 3 wards. There's one at the back of Dragon Pit, one just inside the Dragon Pit, and one at this brush up here. Like they had that dragon covered in wards.
Absolutely, that's what I'm talking about. Ward coverage. Next thing you know, and you know what? If we take a look in the Baron area, like I really love this map coverage. Combined with the fact that they've been, Nocturne has had that Oracle since, Wit's End, basically. Yeah. He's 4-0-2 now, so they really are playing smart. They're really taking control of the map. They're playing aggressive. Like that Galio flash ult was beautiful. Hit the right people. Set up a team fight, and I mean, really, it netted them 4K gold. And since then, I mean, they went from being somewhat tied to now sitting on top of a 5K gold advantage in literally less than 2 to 3 minutes of gameplay. What that means is, as they take that gold advantage and they start to spend that gold and combine with those outer turrets that they picked up, they've opened up the map, and they can really start setting up Baron. And I think because they're this comp they're running. It is a double AP comp, but it's also a snowball comp. And they wanted to end this game quickly.
Yeah, and F5, if you look at all their carries right now, they're actually, compared to Fruit Slushies carries, they're actually already almost a BF sword. I'm sure they are a BF sword and a needlessly large rod ahead of their opponents, just in gold, straight up gold. They've been able to accumulate between CS and kills.
There's like no less than 5 blue wards near Baron right now.
Yeah. That's how you do it. And I like that those wards were already up even before the dragon fight was down. I mean, like, they know where this game is going. They're thinking a lot more about their objectives. They're really focusing on it.
And one thing to note is they have Galio here with teleport. His ult is up. Doesn't quite have flash, but he can start basically pushing up this bot lane.
Yeah.
If they send anybody over to defend it, he's going to teleport over and they're going to go do Dragon.
And he has so many wards, and they have so many wards over there. They can see Vayne here coming from a mile away. Doesn't even have to worry about it. And there you go. Baron started. Nocturne knows there are no wards here right now. They actually have a ward behind Baron as well, just to make sure be protected. They have wards everywhere, and that's going to be a Baron. That's they earned that Baron. Ward coverage, good timing, play, smart moves. And now they're just going to, take their gold advantage they have, working up here about a 6K, 7K advantage.
Yeah, right now they just want to clean lanes, take 4 people, send them top, and send Galio bot. Or vice versa, send Galio top and send 4 people bot. Or they can just go 5 people and shove mid. Because right now they have an excellent ability to zone and poke between Corki and Galio.
I think Vayne might be in a little bit of trouble if Corki's actually able to get a good angle on her, but no, she will be able to tumble and get out of this. And it looks like they're actually going to focus on taking this bottom turret, although it will be a 3v4 at least at this point. Or 3v5, sorry.
Yeah, I think I would definitely pull out here. In theory, like, you want to play to your advantage and your strengths right now, and right now they hold all the cards. If they want a team fight, it's under their terms. If they want to split push, it's under their terms. They have this ability to do so. There's no right or wrong answer because they have an advantage right now.
Still keeping up the ward coverage. Like Galio's actually splitting top now at this point. Going to be pushing in the top turret. Red still, making an effort here to defend these outer turrets. They don't just want to completely give them up. Give up more gold advantage. Good stun actually onto Corki underneath turret. Rumble unfortunately overheating there. You actually wouldn't be able to do anything as he ran in there. And Galio walking up here should be able to put a lot of damage on this turret. Looks like Red might try to refocus their efforts back up there. Renection, Lee Sin running up there. They're keeping Red moving around until they can find that gap in their system, possibly have a good engage, or just keep pushing in and make something happen at one of these turrets. There's that guy who's actually going to blue pill back. The entire team is actually going to blue pill back and buy up. And red team as well.
So Corky gonna go ahead and pick up most of the components for a Phantom Dancer. Alistair gonna finish that Shirelia's Reverie, which means if they catch someone out of position, they're gonna go ahead and pop that Shirelia's Reverie and go ahead and get that fight initiated. Rumble sitting on almost a Rabadon's.
I'm kind of curious about the Corky trying to run towards the Phantom Dancer. Like, Corky's one of those characters, like, he's one of the few ADs that doesn't really need the attack speed to scale really, really well, and so typically that's why you will see, a shift towards a Triforce or something after Infinity Edge, just depending on what they want to go for. And so, it's a fine build, but I just kind of like to see, if it's just because he's locked into going the standard AD build, or if he doesn't play Corky a lot, what exactly it is, what his decision making is in this point.
So they do have a little bit of time left here on Baron. Looks like there is a ward that could have been cleared. They probably should group up and push, and possibly force a fight. I don't think they realize that they're up about 8k gold this early, even with that, and combined with Baron.
Alright, we'll take blue buff, and red is out of position here.
Something we might see. I think they have a pretty good idea where Vayne is.
Rumble pulling out. We might see the counter. Oh, there it is. Not catching too many members of the enemy team. Renekton ulting and trying to pull out of this, and now blue should be able to take this turret.
Yeah, Renekton will have to back. Baron buff saying, hey, guess what? We get to heal up and keep pushing.
Yeah, Shirelia's Reverie has been popped. Nocturne wanting to go after Vayne. Vayne's going to do a quick flash over the wall, but Blue's now going to push into this bottom turret. Going to try to put as much damage on the Corky, shooting away as fast as he can. Has the turret about half health now. Rumble, a lot of target of the focus of this, and the turret will actually come in and hit him. He is very, very low health. Will he be able to survive? Corky actually able to take down Lee Sin, and just blue team in a little bit of a retreat now. Their Baron buff has worn off, so they will try to back out. Renekton's so close. He wants those kills so bad, and looks like Alistair took one for the team right there.
I don't know if he needed to. They could have used Galio's abilities to slow and speed their team up.
Yeah, what's Galio running for? What is this?
Resolute Smite will slow down the enemy team. They've got Righteous Gust to speed up his own team. Nah, whatever. It's beef. It's what's for dinner.
Yeah. I think it's a lot of like one of those, you gotta protect your bros, man. To be like, dude, you see that move? I totally saved your life. You owe me one later.
So Baron has worn off. They probably have a pretty good timer. I would expect them to go back, clean up their own buffs and objectives. Galio's gonna grab blue. It looks like Corky's about to grab red. They're probably going to buy a crap ton of wards. That's probably what Alistair was thinking. Guys, I got to shop, and I got to go play some wards, so why don't I just take one for the team here? It's going to be faster for me to get back to base this way, so let me run it back and then blue pilling.
Yeah, that's a lot of effort. This looks cooler. It's more fun. I get to press and use abilities.
Exactly.
Like, who wants to just press B and wait? And that's ridiculous. Just give me a gray screen, a bundle of wards, and let's go place them around Baron.
Yeah, he's got 5 wards, and he's just running around placing. I think they're definitely going to set up for Baron. Baron's going to be up in about a minute and a half.
Kind of interested, actually, a little bit in Red's ward placing, at least these bottom wards down here near Dragon. Don't necessarily know when they went down or what the goal was them. I don't know if there's enough objectives down there that those wards need to go down. I don't think they should be too concerned with Dragon at this point in the game. Nocturne being like, you can't bait me. Galio waiting patiently.
Rumble not quite here in this team fight. Galio going 1v5.
The scare factor. Everybody scattered. Galio's like, yeah, what's up? I just ate a room prison. Don't care.
And I really like this Galio build. Went pure AP this time. He's got the Merc Treads and the Chalice and just maxing AP. Probably what he did last time. I just remember talking more about it last time.
The laugh taunts going down as they're pushing in on this turret.
This is the best place to be, because if we take a look at bot lane, look at this blue creep wave. It's just going to keep pushing. And, you know, eventually that's going to put pressure on that bot lane turret. Baron's going to spawn. Actually, Baron has spawned. They don't even need to take this turret. They can just fall back and be like, hey guys, let's go grab Baron.
Yeah, but actually Shirelio's revving. They're so excited to run towards Baron, they want a little speed boost.
And it looks like Renekton used his ult, so he's not going to have that here in this next team fight.
Ooh, this could be crafty. This could be a crafty move, although they are going to see with that ward there is nothing there. And Lisa thought about running towards that tribe, but you can tell he's like, nah, that's not going to happen. Not a big fan of that. Nox are going to come in here. That very effective Oracle. Clean out another ward around Baron. You know, F5 doesn't want to make a silly move at this point. You know, they're not untouchable. They're up by almost 10k, but they're, you know, things could still go wrong for them.
I think we see another scare tactic.
Dun 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 dun.
All right. Well, bot lane has pushed itself all the way up to the bot turret.
Looks like it might not do enough damage, but there we go. They have tons of wards around Baron. They're going to know exactly when the enemy team is coming, how close they are, if they are going to be able to pull this off. Vision has just been removed. They're going to have to do some blind faith jump overs if they want to try to stop this Baron from going down.
They can also use Nocturne's Paranoia to prevent them
Sonic
from
Wave has landed, and they're going to jump over. Will they be able to do it? No. Blue is still going to be able to pick this up. Idledran catching 2 carries. It's exactly what they want, and there's no more carries left for the red team. At this point, they'd best be running.
There's the Shirelio's Reverie. The tether's going to go down on Janna. She's going to flash over into the red pit.
And there's that 75 gold flash from Lisa.
Yeah, it looks like they're going to tear down this turret. Creep wave not quite close enough.
Yeah, I fully expect they should be able to take down a base turret.
You know, Galio's teleport is up. If he wanted, I mean, it looks like they are just going to press this, but Galio could have just teleported top or bot, started pushing a creep wave, and could have met them at the base.
You know, after getting this inhib, I think F5, you know, they've shown that they're, you know, they're competent enough, they're skilled enough that they know how to actually end games. You know, once they get this kind of advantage in a game, I'm interested to see, you know, what red team actually tries to do to respond to this, because, you know, before they kind of almost made a bad thing worse. Like it was already really close trying to run into Baron, and they had all their tanks jump into Baron, and then both of their carriers get caught in a Galio ult. And heads up on Galio for actually landing a really good ult there and making sure there's absolutely nothing red team could do after they picked up that Baron buff.
So one of the things to do when you're ahead is just even get more ahead. And so, you know, right now, dragons, enemy blue buffs, all collateral damage. They're gonna go spend all that gold they just made. A lot of these players sitting on about 2,000-3,000 gold. Yeah,
it looks like they have 3 members at 2,000 gold. One at Corky's actually at 2,500 gold. It looks, if we look at their team, they have 4 members that are over 10,000 gold. If we look at the enemy team, Fruit Slushies, not a single one even breaching 9,000. I think none of them even over 10,000 or near 10,000. So. Definitely heavy advantage for the blue team.
You know, in this situation, Galio still has teleport. I'm like, Galio, go bot. We're all gonna go top. It's not gonna matter. Just teleport to us, or
clear the waves. Do what you do best.
I mean, they could all group up and just forcify it under an outside turret.
Yeah, I think they're ahead enough at this point, and the fact that they've bought, they might even be able to engage on any turret. Still not the smartest decision, but possible. If Blue really want to do it. And it looks like they're splitting off Alistar, of all people, to go split push or something weird.
It's a 5-man push. They're all going to split.
It's their patented 1-3-1, except for it's 2-2-1. Alistar's on ward duty. He's like, I bought these wards. What do I do with them? Put them in their jungle. Okay, I'll just run around and go do that, guys. I'm sorry. Looks like they're slowly pushing all the lanes, just trying to get them pushed, get red running around. Galio looks like he's going to stick top, and they're going to do a 4-man push bottom. So dialing in the play, and here comes the pushes.
Yeah, they don't even have to take this turret right now. They've got Galio pushing top. No one's going to be able to defend, top or bot. And
oh, Rise getting melted instantly. Looks like Rumble's going to catch a lot of the aggro there. Vayne too far in. Might get picked off here. Nocturne all over. And it looks like the remnants of blue team's actually going to be able to not only dive this turret just as 4, but since Galio came in, turn it around. Now it's a 5-man push. Taking the inhib, and they should be able to clear this out and be able to take 3rd place and the prizes today. Congratulations to F5 coming through in the end and really making a game of it after dropping that first game.
So congratulations, 3rd place team Fest 5, 4th place team Fruit Slushies. You guys put on a great match. Thank you for everyone for coming out to the event. Tomorrow we're going to be bringing you the championship match. Team VVV Gaming going up against the Vancouver Dream Team. I'm excited for that match. Can't wait. Day 3 finals on the main stage. We'll see you then.
Yeah.